Guys, welcome back to PeachHack on the stream. I have got our stream mates. We've got Josh. We've got Ricky from round one. Guys,
what's going on?
Congratulations. Good round one. It was really fun to watch on camera. Congratulations, Josh. So we were talking Nasir. We're getting serious round one. So what you brought Nasir. Talk me through your decision to bring him today.
I've been interested in Nasir ever since he came out. Just the fact about running very light on money has always appealed to me, doing a lot of stuff with very little. Nasir seems to be the shaper of all shapers to me. I like playing him. He may not be top tier, but I know my deck list pretty well. I've been making changes ever since new cards have released. He's very strong early, especially against these Glacier types.
Sure.
So that was kind of a call to bring him today. I didn't want to conform too much. I kind of conformed with my Jinteki RP because everybody's playing that now. So
tell me about it.
So talk me through the click one or first turn. We run the pup, and that pup, Ricky, that did more work than any pup that I've ever seen. You hit the personal workshop and Order of Saul. What was going through your mind when you see those drop, Ricky?
Funny thing is that first couple of turns, no ice. All I'm doing is drawing upgrades or assets and everything. It's like, what do I do? And pup comes along, and I'm like, well, it's all I've got at the moment. Let's just throw it down. And the damage that it did is way more than I expected. But and including that Tsurugi play, it's just like, no, you can come on in. Let's that's fine. But that tempo hit early on with no ice really kind of, I think that sealed the deal.
Yeah, he had me reeling pretty early. He got some pretty good hits with his net damage. He even got my Mimic. So I was digging for my clone chip, and then when I saw Chronos Project, the agenda, that scared me even more.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because we were commenting on stream. We saw the David go, we saw the Mimic go, and I definitely said, hey, we got to get this clone chip going.
Yeah. I saw David, and I'm like,
Now, one of the things we were commenting on, I mean, Ricky, you had that Tsurugi, and then we saw Caprice.
That was a misplay there. Well, no, I
like that, sir. We were commenting. We thought, for a one ice server, that thing looked about as locked down as you were going to get. So it was definitely, it showed the power of replicating perfection. What was going through your mind though when he started making the rainbow runs over R&D?
So I added rainbow in versus Cortex Lock because really I thought it was a little bit better of attacks. The problem there was that I thought it was a mistake. It's like, well, I'm going to res Caprice and Tsurugi. It's a lot of credit, a lot of credits to spend at once. But then it really turned out to be a lot better than I anticipated. But overall, honestly, I was just dealing with what little ice was given to me. So, but it worked out, but not well enough because you played really well, man.
Well, thank you. I like the rainbow choice. It was nice. I mean, it's a very taxing piece of ice, no matter really what breaker they're going to play against it. It makes them go get something, and it's going to tax them either way.
Right.
I like it. I like the choice.
Yeah. So let's switch it up to the second game. So we had Stealth Andromeda going up against Mirror Match, going against Replicating Perfection. Ricky, talk me through. I know Andromeda this time last year was the hotness.
Yes.
But the Stealth variety's kind of taken over.
Yes.
What talk me through your decision to bring Stealth Andromeda?
I had Kate built last night.
Okay.
And I literally played a couple games, and I've been playing Stealth Andromeda since for a few tournaments now, and I've done really well with them. And it's just I played Kate last night, and I'm like, this is what I'm taking. And then a couple of games practice in, it's like, let's just go back. It has a lot of weaknesses, barriers, stacking sentries and everything, making them spend those stealth credits is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And having that double Marcus on R&D was, it's passable, but it's definitely taxing.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that Kate is everywhere right now. You're even seeing a lot of Haleys out there doing their thing.
Yeah.
Shaper is able to deal with just about anything they come across. Andy does have vulnerabilities, but when she shines, she shines.
Yeah. And Josh, I know you mentioned earlier kind of why you brought Replicating Perfection.
Sure.
Talk me through one of the early plays that I think really defined that game was the decision to jam that Sundew server out early and really get that online. Talk me through kind of your decision process of, when do you look to really get that out there and challenge the runner?
Sure. So if I have a piece of taxing ice that I put in front of, I'll put it in front of Sundew if I can get it going. Because even if they do try and go and get it, it's going to cost them either some net damage or if it's a pup, even $2 extra more. And I'm okay with that because, I mean, I can get it back. I have Crick in the deck to bring my assets back.
Sure.
Crick is so good.
Yeah,
so good.
Crick is very good. And I also play one copy of Archive Memories. I chose that over Interns because it gives me a little bit more flexibility because I can get my celebrity gifts or hedge funds back when I need them. And essentially it's the same click, and it's the same number of clicks as intros
Sure.
is.
So, Ricky, I know on the flip side, talk me through. I know you're looking at the Sundew Mental Health Clinic, and it's one of those that just frustrates you as the runner of, do I just let them have the money and say, you need to produce enough ice to keep me out, or do I try to trash the assets?
Honestly, the mental health clinic, I left them up because I wanted to see my my security testings. And those are prime, security testing servers. My huge mistake was leaving Sundew up, but I never really hit an ash, so it didn't really come into too much of a play. I want to say the biggest thing I was afraid of is I hit a toll booth in your hand early on, and I swear one of those 2 over HQ was toll booth. I'm like, this is going to be rough. But honestly, it just took huge tempo hit because I didn't see any of my draw cards, no Earthrise or anything like that, and I spent my whole turns just clicking for draws, and that's another huge vulnerability of Andy.
Yeah, my scoring remote was pretty locked down too. I had an Ashigaru, and that's where the
I love Ashigaru.
So that's I was commenting on the stream, Ashigaru. We were talking about how to seal off R&D. When I looked at your deck list and saw the Ashigaru, I said, Stealth Andy, the great part of her is she can deal with those taxing sentries and code gates to a lesser extent really well, but the barriers are still where they get really hit.
Yes.
And it taxes Lady a little bit more.
Yes, that's the big thing about Ashigaru.
Yeah. Well, guys, thanks so much for the interview. Best of luck for the rest of the tournament. Guys, we're going to take a short break, and we will be here back real shortly with round 2 of Swiss.
Stay tuned.
Stay with us.